not like you were. Old man, look at my life, 24 and there's so much more.
It's called the Shadows of Elmwood, and it is a cemetery tour. It's not a scary thing, it's historical. So people ride through on hay wagons, and they stop at certain places in the cemetery where a historical story is told about things that pertain to the history of Flora. Interesting things that have happened here that are long forgotten about.
Great, and so we're keeping that history more modern. We're letting people know what this town was all about.
Yeah.
That it's not, that they may not know. Okay, Alice, tell us what your story is and why you're featured here tonight.
Okay, I am the mother of 4 sons, 2 of whom both drowned tragically on the same day here in Flora. There used to be a, well, actually there's still part of it there, a reservoir south of town. It was owned by the B&O Railroad, which is the main railroad. The B&O depot is what's downtown. And the water from that reservoir was used to cool the engines. And it was really a deep area, but they had a park around it, and that's where most of the kids in town went swimming. They also went fishing there. They played there in the winter on the ice. And over the years, there was a lot of people that drowned there. In fact, we could probably do an entire story on all of the people that have drowned there. It's really sad.
But I'm all alone at last, rolling home to you.
What is this weird contraption?
That's my bicycle.
Bicycle?
Yeah.
Is it pulled by a horse of some kind?
No, you pedal it.
Pedal it?
You pedal. You sit on the seat.
With your hands?
This is actually called a saddle.
Wow.
You know what a saddle is? It
Yeah,
looks a little
on my
different.
horse I have a saddle.
Yeah, well, that's a Brooks saddle. You sit there on the saddle, and then you put your feet on those pedals,
Whoa.
and it goes.
Like this?
There you go.
Hey, look at that.
You got it. You've got it.
Look at that. Abraham Lincoln rode a bicycle. What? How do you stop?
You squeeze
Hey!
it.
Hey! How does this work?
You got it.
Mr. Brad, I think we stop.
There you go.
Hey, there it
you
is.
go.
Wow.
They work good.
Wow. Thank you for letting me ride on your 2-wheeled horse.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Across the home of the Seminole, alligator and the dog.
Triplets in Springfield, Illinois. Good evening, I'm Abraham Lincoln, and I am the 16th President of the United States of America, and I am honored to be with you guys on this rare occasion. I was in Springfield at the time of the birth of these rare triplets, and I heard about it from a neighbor. So I decided to ride down to the Tate farm myself so I could see these triplets. When I arrived, I met Mr. and Mrs. Tate, and I was very surprised, as I'm sure Mr. Tate was as well, that they had 6 children, all under the age of 5 years old.
But after the war was over, France was able to set aside some land for proper burials for us soldiers. I was buried in Normandy, where I fought that final battle, buried alongside of the other 9,000 soldiers with white crosses to mark our graves.
For several years after the war, families would petition to bring their sons home. We chose to leave Chester in France with the men that he died with, and the country that he was fighting for, with the people that he was fighting to free. Chester wrote letters every day home. All he ever wanted to do was to come home, but he never did.
I never did make it home, but my memory is still here in Elmwood, as my family put a memorial there for me. So I'll always be connected to my community here in Flora and my family. Thank you folks for coming out tonight. Have a great
George Chandler, let's see, keen at athletics. George Chandler, oh, one of the finest specimens of physical manhood that Flora ever produced. Oh yeah, stronger than Hercules.
Oh, so happy to be back here. And if you'll lend me your ear for just a few moments, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Mackenzie O. Witherspoon. And my claim to fame is that I'm a direct descendant of the signer of the Declaration of Independence.
About that.
Excuse me, young lady, but can you not see that I'm preoccupied talking to these fine people? Now allow me to get back to my conversation.
I don't know exactly how I got here. Maybe I could rephrase that. I know how I got here. A man named Eber Phillips had a revolver. He pointed it at me, pulled the trigger, and the bullet from that gun went through my left lung and out the right side of my chest.
Died as an old man in 1960 when I joined back up with my family.
And now we're all together again here in Elmwood. And you know, I'm proud of my 4 sons.